Welcome on into today's trade recap, Wednesday, October 18th. The green streak, I guess you could say, continues. We locked in $256.92 today, 122 coming on Tesla, and then the other 134.92 being a partial take profit on MRNA, as it got very close to my take profit, about 25 cents away from my take profit. Didn't quite hit it, so I just want to lock a little bit more. I still have a position open, but either way, I've moved my stop loss to break even, and that's all I'm going to talk about that one. I think I covered that one in the past couple of videos. If you want to go check those out here on the channel, I'm going to cover Tesla's short today, and we're going to dive right on into it. So I also want to pull up Bookmap. I'll pull up Bookmap here in a second, but let's talk about Tesla. Let's open this bad boy up, and we'll get into it. So inside of here, I'm going to log this bad boy accordingly. So Tesla apparently is being flagged as an unknown symbol on TradeZilla. Funny. I guess it's because it's not TSLA, but I entered this, we can see down here, I entered the position at a price, might be a data issue, but I'll confirm. I'll show you guys on my Surge Trader dashboard. This is on the prop firm account as well. I entered a short, negative 100 shares at 243.83, and I covered that at 242.61. No scaling, just locked in. So back to the charts. I will pull up Tesla, which did have earnings this afternoon, by the way, which have already occurred. This chart on Tesla, I was looking at, and I saw big picture breakdown. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. We got our breaking down under a key level. We're getting momentum. We've been trending down all day. If it consolidates here, I would not be opposed to playing a short on it if it presents. And it did. Did I need to do it? Not necessarily, but I felt this was a valid trade. It was valid to the system. We've been trending down, and you broke below this near low of day, and then you got the push to low of day, and the stop loss was very tight. If we broke back above this trend, I was going to get out. We did not. We broke below here, pushed down to lows, and then kind of messed around, and then, of course, earnings happened. I was out before earnings, so I didn't mess around with that. I pretty much locked in my gains on this move right here. So pretty straightforward, breaking this support, pushing to lows in a downtrend, momentum downside break. That's what we look at. That's what we look for, and that's what we do. Now I'm going to load up Bookmap and show you guys inside of Bookmap what we did see as well, which is useful to look at, because I like to look at Bookmap when I am taking these trades, because I'm able to kind of get a better picture for where the buyers and sellers may be, where the liquidity is stacking up, etc. And then you can get a picture for the trend of the day. Have we seen more aggressive sellers than aggressive buyers, etc., etc. So if I go back the past 6 hours, load this chart back up, because I did close out of this, unfortunately, so I wasn't opening up 17 different applications during the day or during our live stream, which we just finished. We'll pull up Tesla and see. These areas of red, deeper, darker red, are areas where we have high liquidity, a lot of orders stacking up. And then the areas that are darker shaded, there's not much liquidity at all. So once this loads, we'll get a pretty clean picture to what's been going on, or the trade that I was taking on Tesla. And if I start to scroll back and zoom out, we can start to get a picture of this. Now, one other thing that I do want to mention while this loads, I'll pop it over here so it loads on my screen on the side. I do want to mention is that we haven't been in the best market, in my opinion, for momentum. It just hasn't been that good. A lot of chop, a lot of SPY up and down, up and down. If you look at SPY's chart, the S&P 500 right here, it loaded up here on Bookmap, so we're good to go there now in a second. But if you look at SPY's chart, I mean, it's a lot of choppiness. We're hovering around the 430 level, which has been it's kind of a key level in the line in the sand. It was an area that was a prior support the past couple of weeks, or last week it bounced off there. It was a prior resistance. And then it was also a prior resistance back last year, about, what is that now? 14 months ago, back in August roughly of 2022. So SPY has just kind of been like this. And so we haven't got a lot of clarity as to where things are moving. And so we don't have a clear trend. We're not trending up, down, this, that on SPY very nicely. And so we're just kind of in limbo, if you will. Now, as I'm loading these things up, which is taking quite some time, here is a current update to the user dashboard inside of Surge Trader. This is the account that I am, the 50K account that I purchased. And we are currently 19% of the way to our $5,000 target to achieve a funded account. And I'm actually very happy with this progress, because I don't even think that we're not hitting our stride in terms of the trades. Like, there has been few and far between. When we get some nice days, I mean, I think we can start to do some damage. Either way, I'm able to tread water, and that's all it's about, right? We're making money, or we're doing good. So inside of here, there's a lot of trades early on that I was just testing things out. So average winner loser is not super accurate here. But the latest trade on Tesla we can jump down to was a short, 122 gain on that bad boy, as we can see. Actually, you can't see. Now you can. 122 gain, and that was here today on the 18th, one trade. So with that said, back to Bookmap. What I did want to kind of touch on here was this Tesla trade. Now, when I was looking at it, we were back in here. And so I knew that at low of day, there was a lot of liquidity, which is right here. I entered the trade right in here, okay? I see us breaking down here. I knew that we had a good shot to low of day. And then if we broke low of day, the next target was going to be down just north of 242, which is where it bounced. And look at how that worked. We ended up breaking low of day. We've got a higher chance of doing that, especially when we were downtrending all day. And we had shown examples of breaking those areas in the past. And then as the day gets towards the end of the day, as we get towards the end of the day, the chance of us continuing to smash, becomes lower and lower, especially with earnings looming. And so we bounce off that. So once that occurred, I was able to lock in gains on the break of that and then move on. But that's just something that I like to look at. It helps to kind of visualize, like, layer by layer in the market, like, where are the levels. And when you've got big gaps, and you get a breakout or breakdown, like, many times, like, I'm looking for targets not at the next liquidity area, because we could come down close to it and then bounce, or up to it and then reject, but I'm looking at targets closer to, and to fill through a lot of this darker space. Most of the time, that's generally where I look at putting my targets, and so that's kind of what I did here on this Tesla trade. Now, that is today's trade recap. I am going to wrap things up there. Again, we are currently 19% of the way. This is kind of what we've locked in. I do have some open positions on MRNA and even GME. Those are still open, but that's what our current account value is at, given the current swings that are up. I don't really see myself entering in anything crazy. We got a lot of earnings coming up the next couple of weeks, so probably will be day trades for the most part, and then exiting the swings as they hit take profit, which we may be exiting the rest of my MRNA tomorrow. We shall see. But there you guys have it. 20% almost of the way there, and we got a funded account potentially, so we'll see if we can keep it going, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.